Hi everyone, it's Bonita from Pennies to Dollars, and today we are going to get back to saving money around your house. I know a lot of you really enjoy this topic, and it doesn't matter what stage of life you are in, whether you are saving for college for your kids, saving to buy a house, saving for a car, just trying to make ends meet, or saving for retirement like my husband and I are doing. It really does help if you're able to cut costs around the house, because my belief is if you make small changes, you can have big results without cutting into your lifestyle. And that is my goal. So we're going to get started with that today. One of the things I wanted to point out to you is if you have old socks and they don't have a match and you don't know where the match went, you can use them as dust rags. Men's socks work really, really well with this. You can use them, you can spray your pledge right on them, you can dust edges, you can shine silver with them. Does anybody do that anymore? I don't know, but it works really good for little areas that you can't get into. And so anyway, save your men's socks that don't match and use them for dust rags. The second thing I wanted to tell you about is how to reconstitute or save your cookout hamburgers and hot dogs so that they taste just as good as if they came off the grill the first time. So many times when we cook out hamburgers and hot dogs, the next day they're just dry and they've lost all their flavor because they're so dry. If you will boil a pot of water and put your hamburgers and your hot dogs in your pot of water, as soon as they start to boil, that means they are hot. Pull them out with tongs, let them drip just a little bit to get the water off, put them on your bun, and they taste exactly like they just came off a grill. You don't lose any of the grill flavor, and all of the moisture is back in your hamburger and hot dog. I don't even know where I learned to do this, but I've done it forever since my kids were little, and let me tell you, it keeps you from having to throw out those day-old or 2-day-old hamburger and hot dogs off your grill because they taste like they just came off the grill. The next thing I wanted to tell you about is I had 6 children. So I had people all the time say to me, "How do you afford 6 children?" And I would reply, "Well, I just add a little bit more water to the soup." And that is an old saying, but I really did that. And let me give you examples. If you have potato soup, the next day your potatoes have absorbed into the milk, and if you add more water or more chicken broth or more milk, you have a lot more soup. If you add a can of cream corn, you have a type of corn chowder and you have a lot more soup. If you make chili, the next day your beans have also absorbed that. Add more water, add some more tomato sauce, add another can of beans, and you have a lot more soup. Also with anything that you make that has rice in it, it will absorb the next day, add more water, and you have more soup. Chicken and noodles, the same thing. If your noodles absorb overnight, and they will in the fridge, add more chicken broth, and you have more soup. And this is a way to make your leftovers go a lot farther. It tastes the same, and you will never know that you thinned it down or watered it down per se. Another of the things that I think that you should invest in is a thermometer for your fridge and your freezer. And I will put a link to them down below. But we have found that if we actually check the temperature on our refrigerator and our freezer, we can actually turn them down so they don't kick on all the time. So many people just turn them as cold as they can possibly be. We had our refrigerator set on 7. We were able to turn it to 6. We didn't need it on 7. Your refrigerator needs to be around 40 or below, and your freezers need to be around 0. So if you have a freezer running like -10 or a refrigerator running like 35, a lot of times you can turn those up so they don't kick on in all the time, and it will save you some money because those things run all the time. You can sit around your house and just hear your refrigerator running. It just hardly ever kicks off, and that is why. Also, one of the things that you can do is if you have a InstaPot And we just found this out. You can order a Insta fryer lid to go on the InstaPot, and you will have an air fryer without having to buy the air fryer. And so I will post the link to the lid down below, but this is not only a cost saver, this is also a space saver. So you will not have to have a space for an air fryer in your kitchen. All you have to do is have the lid. I grew up in an era where we did not eat out. We went on vacation each year. We went in a camper. My parents packed all of our food, and once in a great while we would stop at McDonald's, and that was a real treat. And that was the only place I had ever eaten out, was McDonald's. And then it was only a time or two in the summer when we went on vacation. We just did not eat out. The first time that I ever had a bought pizza was when, like from Pizza Hut, is when my older brother, who was 14 and a half years older than me, came and picked me up one time when I was in junior high and took me to Pizza Hut. That was the first time I had ever had pizza from a Pizza Hut, and that was the first time I had ever been introduced to soda. And I didn't even know what to pick, so I think I picked grape or orange, because I like grape and orange, but I didn't even know about soda or what it would taste like. So I had my first introduction to that, and it was grape or it was orange. I don't even remember now, but I can't say that I really liked it. The fizz and the carbonation was really weird for me, and so I can't even say that I liked it the first time that I tried it. So I guess I just want to point out to you that eating out has become normal for all of us, but it doesn't have to be. And we spend so much money on eating out. Two people can go out to eat and it can cost $40 or $50. Well, two people at home can live on $40 or $50 for a week in food. So that's something to keep in mind as you're budgeting, if you're really saving for something, on how much money we really spend on eating out. And my husband and I still have cable TV. We were really interested in watching the sports and the ESPN and the basketball games. But since COVID, we've kind of lost interest without the crowds and stuff being there. And maybe you've experienced this. I don't know. It just doesn't seem the same when we watch it. So we are looking at cutting our cable, because there's really not anything on there that we're watching. And so we do have Amazon Prime, and I do have a 30-day free introduction to Amazon Prime link that I'm also going to put in the links below if you want to try that. They have movies, they have TV shows, and so it's only $12.99 a month, and it'll save you a lot of money. And they have also short like mini series types things that are specific to Amazon. We really enjoy Amazon, and it saves a lot of money if you can just make the switch over. But anyway, I hope that this has been helpful to you today. Check out the links below, and remember, if you take care of your pennies, your dollars will take care of themselves. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.